Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the video. My name is Bradley, also known as the Swim Coach. Today we're going to be talking about my team for game week 27, why I picked them, have I made any substitutions, have I made any transfers. Also we'll be looking at those top players that have been transferred in, just so we can have a discussion about why they've been brought in. But if anyone likes this video, please hit that like button down below. And if you really like it, please hit that subscribe button. It'd be much appreciated. Let's get into the video. So I do have a change. I've decided to go for Pickford in goal over Flecken. They are playing against each other, so it's actually quite interesting. I think with Everton, they're up on a roll at the moment. They're doing really well. The form's there, so hopefully that carries on. So that's one of the reasons why I picked Pickford. Robinson, Malenko, and Trent Alexander, exactly the same from last game week. Fulham with Robinson do have Wolves away, so that could be a bit of a tricky side, especially at Wolves ground. Then you've got Everton against Brentford. It is away, so it could be a bit of a tricky one, but I think that with Everton doing really well, that can help us out. Trent is against Newcastle. It is a tough opponent. It is a preview of the Carabao Cup final in a few weeks' time. But Liverpool are just so good at the moment, especially over the weekend when they won 2-0 against Man City. So we'll see how it goes, but I think we'll keep it like that for now. We also now have a different formation. We have gone a 3-4-3 formation. Ranieri, still, well, most of my midfield's the same, except for Rodgers is on the bench. So yeah. So Ranieri in against Forest could be a good game. I think it's what, second versus fourth. Let's have a look. Second versus third. I do apologise to the Forest fans. Second versus third. Now, if Arsenal do lose this game, Forest will become 3 points behind Arsenal. Oof. So, yeah. Bit of a tough one. If we win this, that'd be good for us. But then City, Newcastle could come up. That could be interesting. How the league table's going. Now we've got Parma against Southampton at home. Hopefully this is a bit of a kick for Parma, and hopefully he starts to progress and starts to get out these 2-pointers that he's had in the last 4 out of the last 5 weeks. They do have Southampton and Leicester coming up. Then they do then have tricky Arsenal, Spurs. So could be interesting there. The last 5 games, 4 games can be tricky as well. But it'd be interesting to see how it all goes. If Parma doesn't do well in the next 2 weeks, he is considered to be probably shipped out. It's going to be a tough decision. Now we've got the main man, Mo Salah. You can't say anything about him at the moment. He's just a wonder kid. Wonder guy. Absolute brilliant season. 285 points so far. Very nice. How many goals has he got? 25 goals, 16 assists, 41 goals contributions, shall we say. Yeah, so 41. That's getting there. And he's got Newcastle and then Southampton. So that could be very interesting to see how that plays out. They do have a few tricky sides after that with the Spurs, Chelsea and Arsenal fixtures. But I think, yeah, it's going to be very interesting there. I'm going to almost say this, that probably Liverpool are going to win the league. Probably going to be, 95%, unless they go on a very bad run. So we'll see how that goes. Justin Kluivert, again, he's gone a bit of a downer at the moment, but it does happen sometimes. And then suddenly he'll pick up some massive points. Hopefully he can do this week or next week against Spurs. That'd be interesting. Now, as you can see, Pedro has come in. So that's one of the signings I've done. Now, with Bryson, sorry, been hit and miss. Yes, he hasn't got that many points recently, but he's just starting to get back into form. Fixtures coming up are interesting, but I actually do like Brighton as a team. So, and he has surprised me in the past, but hopefully he can carry on with that this game week. Isak, well, it is against Liverpool. It is the Salah Isak game. We'll see how Isak does get on, because he has struggled against like City. Okay. He did do well against Liverpool last time, so that could be interesting. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on. He did well against Forest, shall we say? So hopefully he picks it up for this Liverpool game. And to be honest, even if it's a 1-1 draw and Salah and Isak score, we're happy with that. Chris Wood is in. Oh, no, I'm not putting in my captain. Yes, it is against Arsenal. It is a tough fixture. Last time, he only played 27 minutes. And they did concede when he was on the pitch. So, hopefully we keep him under control. Yes, we've got no Lewis Skelton, so to be honest, I think that may be Partey may go back into the fence, or it'd be interesting to see if any of the other players are fit, ready to come back. So it's going to be interesting to see who plays where for Arsenal. My bench, we've got Flecken. I've always said about why it's Everton. I think it'd be interesting. I could have probably also put who was the other player I could have put in? There was someone else I could have put in. I'll talk about that in a second. Lewis Hall, it's against Liverpool. I didn't want to lose the points just in case. He was another option that I could have put in. But it's against Spurs. Spurs they can score loads of goals, but they can also concede loads of goals. So that's why. And Rodgers is on the bench because he's got a marker against him about a knock. So we'll see. Now, the other person who I was thinking about putting in my team was this man here, Beto. I'm in an R if I wanted to put Beto in. It was a tough decision. I think that looking at it, I could have probably done it. But what I probably want to do is when Forest have got their hard fixtures that they've got coming up, I think I want to put Beto and Chris Wood, switch them out. And then that also frees me money to also get my manager as well. So that could be a little bit of a insight to you guys in the next few weeks. Matoma again was another person who I was looking at potentially getting because he fit my budget. Rashford was another one, but Rashford was on my £100 million budget, so I had no money left over, so I wouldn't be able to get a manager this week at all. Where with Pedro, yes, I could get a manager, but it's only, I think, 0.5 manager. So yeah, and that's what's happened, and reasons why. There are players here that if I had the money, like Mbumba, Bowen as well. But with Bowen, got some interesting fixtures coming up. But I think the last 5 fixtures could be very good for them. So we'll see how it all goes. It's going to be interesting. I think this is going to be an interesting game week for people out there. Top transfers out, of course. Rodgers is there. I put him on my bench. Palmer is up there. Gordon's up. I think a lot of people with Gordon is they're looking at that game week 29 and trying to get their players out and then maybe use that extra money for their manager for this game week next year and game week 29, especially if your team isn't one of those that got that game week off. It's going to be very interesting, I think, how people are going to plan certain things out. I do know I have got my bench boost as well. And I want to try and, after I use my manager's chip, is to use my bench boost as well. Almost a game week after or week after that. So we'll see how it all goes. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like this video. Please, again, if you do, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It'd be much appreciated. I want to try and see if we can get ourselves up to a certain subscriber limit by a certain time. And also, for next game or next season of fantasy football, I will be, if we get to a certain limit, I will sort something out for whoever wins my league as well. I may sort something out for this league as well, but we'll see how it all goes. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely time, stay safe, and good luck for game week 27.